to leadership.
Good evening, everybody. This is your Fleet Commander, Stephen Parmley, with the 45th episode of After Dark. Tonight, we are joined with Lieutenant Commander Eve Zellick of the USS Chinook, Cory Grant, Regional Coordinator R-15 at XO the Darwin, Lieutenant Commander Greg Kliner, USS Dauntless, Darryl Millner, Engineering, the USS Heimdall, Colonel Tim Johns. Of course, nobody really cares about Tim because Tim is Tim. So, welcome everybody. I think this is actually the first time we've had somebody from the Heimdall on here at all. So, congratulations. Welcome. Also, congratulations to the USS Starkraken being SFI's newest commissioned chapter. So, congratulations to Justin and them.
Congrats.
Hopefully, we lost him already. Oh, there he is.
Hopefully that they can survive him being CO of that little Defiant class ship. So we'll see how it goes. I see him making faces in the back studio. So welcome. How's everybody doing?
Doing great.
Still breathing.
Well, that's all that matters.
Still breathing. COVID positive. About a week in. Sucks, but we're here.
Well, we don't want any of that come through cyberspace, so keep it over there.
That's absolutely, I understand. I have no taste, no smell, and I actually like sleeping, but you know.
Well, this is my second podcast for the night.
What now?
This is my second podcast for the night.
What was your first one?
No, second.
I don't think we want to know about that.
What was the second one or first one you were on?
The wrestling one we brought back last week, so doing that again.
Okay, cool.
And using StreamYard, so I basically had to click from one room to another now.
Gotcha.
Eve's got a puppy.
Oh,
Eve wins.
This is the mascot of the Chinook. This is
hello,
Lucy. She's
Eve.
Section 31.
Oh,
But is she a dog? We don't know. That's the thing.
Well, there is no Section 31. There is now Starfleet Intelligence. Got to remember, we have a member of the board on here. They were very anal about that subject. I can attest to it.
I didn't even know. This is like utterly news to me.
Yeah, so it's never good when you're working on shift at the fire department and you have like 4 AB members call you within like a 2-hour time frame. I'm like, oh, the shit show's starting early today. Yes.
So what's the deal with the Section 31 thing? Because we have crew members who are. Because this is the first I've heard of anything about.
Section 31 was granted a 1-year probation to see how they can benefit the fleet and get the program up. But the name was changed from Section 31 to Starfleet Intelligence because several years ago we had another group that was in SFI that was called Section 31, and they wreaked havoc on the organization. So it kind of still put a bad taste in everybody's mouth. Especially several of the regional coordinators. I know I have emails, lots of emails. So I was able to get it. Approved, and it's under the office of the Vice Commander Starfleet. So Lauren White is a member. She's the deputy director. And Russell Camp is the director of Starfleet Intelligence. So
that's scary.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I didn't even give her the nickname of being that. It was somebody on the Pet Fleet page started calling her that because of her antics.
Oh, no, you're right. Yeah.
It started as a joke and kind of went from there because she can open doors and escape yards and things. So,
well, this was just something that happened like in the last month or so where the whole shitstorm hit the fan on it though too. So it's kind of touchy for a lot of people.
Yeah.
Well, it just had to change its name because of name issues. Well, I mean, it couldn't be the King Edward anymore.
Tim, let me tell you this, okay?
Oh, Lord.
From the time I had the 4 phone calls and the time this all started between 9 and 1 o'clock in the afternoon Central Standard Time. The time 6 o'clock hit, the email list, Cory can attest to this, the email list literally blew up over this subject.
Weird.
Yeah, it went crazy.
I was going to say, I thought the Academy emails were balloons to begin with.
Well, that's nothing. You should see the. You should literally see the AB list. I mean, it's horrible. Lauren, I haven't done nothing. You just hustled yourself.
Don't be mean to Lauren.
Eve, I'm curious. Why not the King Edward? What happened there?
Well, I've only been with them since 2019, but basically, I mean, Calgary is heavily associated with a certain King Edward. I forget which one exactly because there's been, I think, 8 or 9 of them. But okay. Calgary and Alberta specifically are very heavily associated with one in particular. Like we've had pubs here called the King Eddie. We have, King Eddie this, King Eddie. Like King Edward is pretty common.
Right.
I mean, any kind of the monarchy names are in Canada, but King Edward was one. And we were associated with a specific King Edward, but people were getting confused, and there was an issue about whether we would be associated with the, I guess one of them was a Nazi sympathizer or something. He was on the wrong side in World War II. And so when things started happening stateside last year and people started saying, this is not do this, not do that, we kind of sat down and our CEO at the time brought it up and he said, we might want to do it now while we're still only a younger ship and just change it so we don't run into a problem later, because people will latch on to the negative and not realize that there's 7 or 8 other King Edwards out there. They'll pick the one that everyone's talking about. And it was also a way to stop getting us confused with military ships, if I recall, because that was a thing too. But it took us a couple of months to come up with the name, and we ended up voting on Chinook because the Chinook is something that's unique to Calgary and the prairies. Other people don't get Chinooks like we do. And Chinook in Calgary is great for SCO because everything here is also called Chinook. We have malls, we have streets, we have tons of things called Chinook.
That's also a U.S. military aircraft too.
That came up the other day. Somebody actually said that. I can't because at least half of our guys are veterans, and probably the rest of the main bridge crew is some tie to the military. Like, we have a lot of people with ties to the forces on our crew. So somebody did bring that up because we had one name that our sciences officer suggested, which was Nelvana, which we thought would be cool because it's a Inuit superhero, and she's a female superhero created by the Inuit people. The problem we ran into is Nelvana is also a name used under trademark by a certain Canadian production company, so we couldn't use Nelvana because we didn't want to deal with a copyright issue.
Wow, sounds like you went from one ship name to another, and it's like Edward and Chinook. It's like no win on that one.
You know what though, Chinook? Like, because I do all our web stuff. I do all our social media and stuff. That's mostly what I do. And then the other side of my job is I got stuck with the new job of being privacy officer too, because I have the most real world experience with the privacy laws.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Well, let's not talk about privacy in SFDPP.
No, that's just what my
you
job.
You love it, Steve.
No, I still have chapters on standby because they can't get their heads out of their ass and do the chorus.
Seriously?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, if you get the chance, you can ask my current CO or my former CO, because we had the CO change. They will both tell you how hard I was cracking the whip on everyone.
Yeah.
I was actually pretty adamant. I'm bad for it.
And people were like, well, this is what you brought to your office? No. Just like the entire crap show I got handed, this was all from the prior administration. But so basically, it was already burning when I got it. Mm-hmm. I mean, the whole crap show, I mean, they had already doused it in diesel when they handed it to me, and it was a nice blaze. So I'm slowly stampering it out, my little feet. I mean, just a little bit at a time. But yeah, the SFDPP thing came way before my tenure. And but I didn't have a choice. I had to enact it. We had to get it done. And man, did it tick some people off.
See, I kind of saw a lot of that in my crew. Like, a lot of them fought it, but for me, it didn't come as a surprise because, I mean, being a musician, I'm dealing with intellectual property and privacy law and all that constantly. Plus, being a teacher, and dealing with special needs, I deal with that kind of privacy law and confidentiality. So for me, I thought it initially kind of weird that there wasn't something about that. But
so you've worked with whiny kids, basically, is what you're saying, right?
Huh? What?
So you're saying you've actually worked with whiny kids that don't listen.
I work with kids who can't even speak in some cases.
Can you come work for my staff? Because maybe you can help me figure out how to get these grown adults that act like kids to act like adults.
What do you mean?
Ooh, Tim.
Don't know towards me.
Are you a teacher?
Tim's fault.
I didn't do nothing this time.
Yeah, no, I had enough trouble with my own chapter getting with that for a little bit there. And so our new XO is not afraid to sort of step up and back it when it's important. Mm-hmm. So, but yeah, I actually kind of pissed off the entire chapter, but I made sure they all damn well did it. I kept bugging them.
Oh, it's all right. I had a member that is, oh God, what is it? I think he was like a 30-year member.
Whoa.
And he refused to take the test.
Why? It's not that difficult.
I don't know. I don't really know what happened yet so far. I think his chapter's still on standby or dry docked or something now. I don't know.
I do know in the academy, because they were pushing because I'm assistant director in 2 colleges. So they were pushing academy people to get it done like early on too. I think they gave us like 10 days or something weird. Like we had a really short time to do it in.
We did. I mean, I'm assistant director of 4 colleges and the director of 1. It's just we deal with so much protected information.
So, ladies and gentlemen, you hear it now from Gene Armstrong. He's going to be the next CS.
Which is weird because Steve Parmley is CS for life.
No.
Tim said it, so it must be true.
No. Tim's retarded.
Well, I talked to Amber, and she said she was okay with it, so.
No, bullshit. Okay, let me explain to you how pissed my wife gets, okay? So I have my phone, the ringer on because of work, in case I can be called in anytime.
No thanks. I like being married.
What the hell happened? Why is the whole screen just went stupid?
Because Justin went on camera.
Anyways, so I've got to have my ringer on because of work. Well, she doesn't understand that I have international members that blow me up. I've got regional coordinators that when I'm sleeping, it's their daytime. That's usually when I have a lot of emails come in, stuff like this. So it's like it just like keeps going ding, 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 ding. And then when I had the vibrator or the vibration,
the vibrator, huh? The vibrator, huh?
Finally,
look, I'm just gonna put it out there. Hang on. Yeah, it's
no
after.
judgment.
Listen, it is after dark. I'm just gonna say this: there ain't no motherfucking vibrators in this house. Okay, I'm not dead, and my wife ain't dead yet either. I'll just leave it at that. Okay. Anyway.
Well, you know what they say. If you don't know the words, just hum along.
Okay. Anyways, so yeah, when I put it on vibrate to go to bed, sometimes like it will this new phone I've got, this Samsung Galaxy 20 Plus S something, I don't know. Anyways, it will fucking vibrate through a damn piece of drywall, and it shakes the bed. Oh wait, hang on. Look. Oh, I got a text message from Bald Man.
From Amber saying, "Shut up."
Oh no, she'll be coming in here in a minute. She always does.
That's okay. We like her more than you, anyways.
Oh, that's all right. I like her more than myself too.
I know an Amber. One of my closest friends is an Amber, and she's a handful. She's worse than me.
This Amber's a redhead.
I'm a redhead when I'm not dyed hair. This other Amber is completely wheelchair bound, but that doesn't stop her.
Yeah. This one is.
I've been a redhead. I've been a blonde too.
This one's a fiery redhead. I've known her since we were in 3rd grade.
Oh yeah.
She tries to think she's the boss, but she hasn't got past that.
You want to tell her when she's in the room?
Tim's starting shit.
Tim always starts shit. Tim's a shit starter.
I'm more laid back tonight because I'm already exhausted tonight. So
no, we actually did not. I didn't make dinner, Shane. We went to a restaurant called the Country Castle. Went and got burgers and fries and jalapeno poppers.
Oh yeah.
How is she doing?
Tim, I'm allowed to be exhausted tonight. I don't know what your excuse is.
He's just old and ugly.
Fair.
I had to deal with 12 kids between the ages of 5 and 85, and not a single one of them is normal, to use a generic term. I'm dead tired.
As much as COVID sucks, being able to rest and just rest, amazing.
I got my fill of that when we locked down from March till August at my work.
I feel like I'm doing some work for my day job from home, when I'm able.
And what is that you do there, Kliner?
Office manager for a car dealership, so it's like I'm doing payroll and stuff.
That's so lovely. I remember my first part-time job. It's okay.
I know, and that's only one of my jobs, so...
And that's one thing that sucks, Greg.
Are there really people who only have one job? This millennial is not understanding. There are people who only work one job.
Oh, no, I have 3. Well,
okay, this millennial works 2 or 3, and so does every other millennial she knows. So
I'm going on my job. This year will be my 16th year as a fireman, and I'm going on my 8th year as a deputy. So I do both. I'm about worn out. I found out I've got some back problems, and we did some x-rays today at the chiropractic. It turns out that my spine is deteriorating and turning inward. So,
well, maybe you should be on top for once, not let Amber be on
top. Wow, we got there fast tonight, didn't we?
You know what? I like this guy.
Cory, and it wasn't even us that did that one. Yeah, it was great.
Long story short,
Steve walked into that one. I had no choice.
Long story short is my spine is collapsing on itself. So the doctor said with what I do, being a fireman, being this, I probably get about maybe 15 to 20 years. I'll probably be wheelchair bound. So
wow,
it's yeah.
We have to deal with you for that long.
Yeah, they can correct it, but it won't be 100% straight again. So my lower part of my back, which is not the thoracic, but it's the lower, right above where your butt bone is.
Mhm.
That the whole side is actually, instead of going straight, it's actually like this now. And they said that could be from times that I have jumped and landed wrong, and it caused strain on your spine. So they can go in. Basically, they have to open me up from the back of my neck all the way down to my butt crack, and they would have to put 2 rods on both sides of my spine and fuse it and screw it all the way in. But the problem is, I will never be a fireman again. I won't be able to be a deputy again. I'll have no flexibility. I won't be able to turn my head. I won't be able to play with my kids and my grandbabies. I won't be able to do nothing but sit in a chair for the rest of my life. So as of right now, I'm not looking at that as an option. I go to a chiropractor 2 times a week. He helps stretches me out. There's a device he puts on around my neck, and then he secures my feet, and it kind of stretches the body.
Yep.
And I feel a lot better. And then, a couple days go by, and it's like, ooh, it's hurting.
Reminds me of that Friends episode. Pivot.
Actually, a serious thing here, Steve. Why don't you look into a thing called DDP yoga?
Somebody else has told me that too, but to be honest with you, I don't have time, let alone to do half the stuff I need to. But
can you imagine Steve doing downward dog?
Yeah.
No.
They are going to start doing injections.
I don't want to imagine any of you doing that.
They're going to start doing injections into my spine.
Hey, Steve, can I take a moment to answer someone's question on the comments?
Absolutely.
So, Seth, I'm not certain if we had chapters in New Mexico before, but you are in Region 17, and you can contact your regional coordinator, Bran Stempson, and maybe you could start a chapter in New Mexico.
Yeah, be the first one.
There you go.
I'll even put his email up there for you now. Maybe if this piece of shit works.
Well, switch off my face first.
Yeah. We don't want to run him off.
Oh, thank you.
If you can't do it, we can put other email addresses up for you, though, Steve, if you want.
Because people will contact me like, well, we need to do this. Well, it ain't my damn job.
Well, he can also go directly to region17.sfi.org, and that'll go to Bran's email address.
Yes. So if you want to start a chapter, that's great, because I think since I took over the first year, we've had record-breaking chapters launching. I mean, I think we launched 21 in 2020, so that is a great number. So let's see.
And Joel in the chat, actually, I will stand by that though too. I need to start getting back into the DDP stuff as well though too. If you can find 10 minutes at some point, it'll at least help a little bit and work on the process a little bit for it. So it's done a lot of work for even professional wrestlers that have been in it for 30, 40 years, and their whole back and body was deteriorating, and now they can walk and do all kinds of stuff again. So
I'm going to go up to the station next weekend, and they've got a device so that I can basically, where we hang our hoses to dry out once we clean them. We also have kind of like a leg and waist harness that we can actually stretch ourselves out. So I'm going to actually do that, hook myself up. I'm actually going to pull myself about 5 feet off the ground. I'm going to sit there for a little while and let my decompress and hang on. My wife is here, and everybody gets to see her.
Yay!
Pissy, hang on.
Whoops, Amber's got second thoughts.
Oh no! Watch what I'm going to do. I'm going to be the asshole in a second.
Hi, Amber.
In a second, you're going to be an asshole?
Amber, who's the boss of the house?
See, told you me.
No, she wasn't pointing to you.
On the nose.
So
Happy wife is happy life.
Amen to that.
Pirates have like those little parrots on their shoulder. The CS has the red head on the shoulder. Ow! And it bites too. So yes, everybody that doesn't know, we've known each other since we were in fourth grade, and ran into her in July of 2020. And we both had a crush on each other when we were kids, and we started whatever. We started dating and we got married on Veterans Day because she wanted to make sure that I would remember our anniversary. And since no man can seem to remember their anniversary, I cannot forget November 11th as I was at the service as well. So it's a very special day to me.
We'll see when the 1 year anniversary comes up now, won't we?
Yeah, well, Greg, if we make it to the 1 year without killing each other, it'll be very interesting.
Oh no, she would kill you before you kill her. Let's be honest.
Speaking of a memorable wedding date, so the guy can't forget, ours is Pi Day, literally.
Good choice.
Well, we're both March birthdays. I'm the first week of March. He's the third week of March. And then there's a decade. He's about a decade older. Like he's in his mid 40s. I'm only in my 30s. But and then right between our two birthdays is Pi Day. And 2015 was 31415, which is the perfect pi that shows up every 100 years. So he said, well, Calgary weather in March is usually not that bad. So let's do Pi Day. Then it'll never be forgotten.
Yeah. So to answer Margaret's question, I have had a MRI done before.
There ain't nothing there.
We're talking about my back, and then we were just.
Thank you, Amber. Thank you, Amber.
But not only on top of having my severe back issue, I also have a debilitating illness in my stomach called diverticulitis. And what it is, it grows polyps off, and when you eat certain stuff, it gets stuck there. Basically, turns to cement. And then when you finally pass it, it's like you're dying. It mimics a heart attack, is what it does.
Yep. Oh, so no popcorn for you.
Oh, let me tell you, the old lady here has gone through and took everything out of the house that I'm not supposed to eat with that. But when I had a flare up in 2017, I spent 47 days in Western Baptist's hospital.
Yep.
I had IVs. Oh, it was $180,000, dude. I'm not even kidding. I was getting Globok shots to the gut. I had morphine. I had Dilaudid. I had 2 things of IV machines on both sides of me.
I wasn't talking about you. I was talking about those poor nurses at the hospital.
Actually, the diverticulitis scares me because I'm a celiac and we are highly prone to it. And my husband is a worse celiac than I am, and he's less picky about his diet. So
here's
my girlfriend, her youngest daughter is celiac though too. So I have been having to watch a lot with the gluten-free stuff and everything though as well.
Yeah, when my husband and I met, I already had my diagnosis because I got mine as an adult, but it runs in my family, so we knew it was a given. And he didn't get his till a couple years ago, but I've been pushing him for years because I said something's not right. And he finally got it done. But yeah, they told me, they said diverticulitis, Crohn's colitis, and something else is what you're at risk for if you're a celiac. So that's why I know what they all are.
Well, I got told is that I need to have the surgery, but after 47 days, they got me on antibiotics. I have to have 2,000 cc's of fiber a week. Fiber will clean you out. Granted, you can get the fiber you can put over your food that's tasteless.
Yeah,
because he's a dick. That's how Cory is. Anyway, so it does clean you out, but they told me is they want to do surgery, but when they do the surgery, that I'm looking at drop anywhere from 20 to 30 pounds from just what they cut out of me, and they're talking about 27 inches.
I have family members who suffer from the same thing, and it's amazing what you have to go through.
Hang on, guys. We got a question about the database.
There we go.
I'll take Fleet Admiral AMA for 400, Alex.
And the answer is, this project will be done soon.
Thank you. Next question.
And don't get Lauren's questions out there. Where are the grades going?
Well, I'll let we got some Academy people on here. Let's start with Kliner because, of course, he looks like the living death, but we thank him for coming on. Yeah.
So wow, thank you. So all of the grades that are recorded by the directors and assistant directors of the Academy when you submit a course via the QAM on Moodle, or if you email the answers to the assistant director or director, are recorded on a Google spreadsheet, which is recorded and safely secured by the members of who should have access to it, along with the TJ and Jill, the chief and vice chief of the Educational Services Department. And once the database is up and running, those grades will be uploaded and entered into the database. From what I understand and what I know, is that what we are recording in will be able to be easily uploaded into the new database. But again, this is just what I've been heard. But we have everyone's grades of whoever submits a course. It's all recorded and ready to upload one. And if it happens once Tony in Compop says it's good to go.
Awesome. Okay. Also, let me fix these. Okay. So a big shout out to Caesar Sosa Fiaccio. I know I told her that. Out of Guadalajara, Mexico. He is the new acting Region 18 regional coordinator. And they start up the nominations for the election phase February 1st. So Region 18 will actually be holding their first RC election ever. I can't do that. Okay, so again, congratulations.
Congratulations.
Hey.
Let's see.
Way to go, 18.
Sorry.
Yeah, now we just need to get 16 and 19 going. We got 1 and 19, but I can never make contact with the seal on the Panda. Ever. It's the USS Panda. They're out of Japan. Cory, is it Japan?
The Panda? I think it's either Japan or China.
Can't hear you, Russell.
China.
Sense.
When I talked to him, I talked to Harry like last week.
Who let Russell on?
No, he does not return my messages because I would like to make him an acting RC so he can start have representation so we can activate that region and grow that region, but he doesn't answer me. I don't know why. Maybe because I have the red head on the shoulder.
An acting RC for 14 years like Owen was?
Hey, you know what? That was my first official act in office, was to confirm him as permanent RC.
And I appreciate that.
I felt sorry for the man. He was acting RC so long that he was permanently grown into his ass. I mean, like that, he was not going anywhere.
So the Panda's out of Beijing.
Okay, that makes a little more sense.
So how many members do they have, Russell?
I'm not sure. I think they have like 10 or 12, something like that.
Beijing, China.
I'm not on the ship, so I don't have database permissions to their crew roster.
Anthony says Panda's in Beijing.
Anthony's usually right. He's part of my chapter, so if he's posting, he's probably right.
Yeah, they're in Beijing.
He's in charge of our Marines, so.
Ooh.
At least if I recall.
You put this on back?
No. I have a shirt on, a bra, and no pants. No.
Oh, really? Hey, you look kind of sexy in my Trek shirt, huh?
You're retarded.
He might be, but he has good taste. It's okay.
Hey, you know this website called onlyfans.com?
Oh, God.
No, hang on. So Starfleet needs to get this, and we can have houses dressed up in uniforms.
No.
I already have a page, and that helps.
I think my wife will look hot, and the red TOS with the black knee-high boots, I think she looks sexy.
I disagree because I know exactly who in my chapter would get stuck being on there.
I only do live shows and never without a band.
Well, you know what's bad? She threatens me. She puts this on the table and tells me to be quiet.
I put my bat on my husband and tell him.
Well, apparently you don't listen, right, Steve?
No, I never listen. That's why she will never let me be CS again.
Yeah.
See, look, come here. Make sure you tell them because they want me to run again. Tell them.
Hell no.
That's right. That sounded almost like a North Carolina accent.
See, hang on. No, you got to get close to that.
I'm not getting closer.
All right. Here, just say it.
Y'all call too much. I like sleep.
All hours of the night people call.
Hey, I don't call him.
You know,
I do.
What the problem is? Hang on. I'll tell you what the big problem is. This bald-headed asshole right there. My phone number out there to the internet.
Wait. Hold on. You put it out there first.
Yeah, and I stopped, but you keep doing it on every show. Like I had somebody that watched this on YouTube and called me and said, "Hey, I seen your number on a episode of YouTube." I'm like,
That's
okay.
funny.
For a good time call.
Yeah, basically, I think
At
that's
least
what
you
it
didn't
was.
say X-Tube.
For a
Lord.
boring time, call Steve.
Oh, baby, it ain't boring.
Oh.
Yeah. Not bad for the old CS.
Where the redheads dig the
I mean,
swamp.
Amber's implying that Steve's awake for it, so.
Oh, Steve's very awake. She's a redhead, dude. You can't be quiet. I can rewrite the rules.
You're right, Jeremy. Steve CS for life. I completely agree.
That don't make any sense. Leave the scotch alone, Jeremy.
Probably not Scotch. It's probably just old fashions. Just saying.
There you go.
No, guys, I'm actually, after doing a lot of consideration and discussion with the wife and a few other things over the last couple of days, I will not seek a second term when I'm eligible. I will be one term and done.
We always knew you were a one and done.
Yeah, well, no, I'm not. I'm not just a one and done. My wife can attest.
Maybe it's
that.
because he's getting it done right the first time, so he doesn't have to come back.
No,
let's not give him that
to be honest with you, Eve, literally, I've had more on my plate handed to me than any CS in history.
Why are you throwing my bullets?
I had got January 1. I literally got handed a shit show.
Not handed a mess.
I had to remove an RC for being a dictator in my first 27 days. I had taxes not fixed. I've got a database that's going on year 3 of not being. Oh, excuse me, year 4 of not being done yet. Even though they've told us that, well, we have done this and we have delivered on our part. Well, no, you haven't, fuckers. And guess what, Starfleet? If you're a member of TRMN, I don't like them. Guess what? I'm a member of TRMN too. And I told their idiot boss the other day, who's my counterpart, I said, "You guys are ignorant fools." I said this, but I said, y'all need to make good on it. So we'll see what happens, but I'll probably have a better chance to shoot myself in the foot and take out the pinky toe than TRMN actually being right, doing it right, and giving us a database that actually works.
What's
TRMN's the one with the funny hats, right?
Yes, TRMN is the Royal Manticorian Navy.
Oh, okay.
It's another fan club that are.
Yeah, it's that one based off of military books. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, Steve, Lauren just posted something about Bran saying he was going to make an announcement.
Yes, Bran will be making a substantial announcement. Will be forthcoming. Everybody will have to look out for that. A CS that lasts a whole term. That'll be a new record. Shit. But it will be my only term. Like I said, I will not be running again because it's too much stress. Because I came into office, there was no
proverbial shitstorm.
Well, there was no communication between the CS and EC with the AB. The communication with the AB over the last several years, and Cory and Jeremy could attest to this, was shit. Basically, they wasn't getting told what was happening, even though the EC runs the day-to-day operations. The board of directors is supposed to be kept in the loop and informed on significant stuff. Mm-hmm. Well, they didn't. Over the last several years, the AB didn't get consulted on hardly anything, was to my understanding. So, like, I send out meaningless shit. If it's something stupid, I send it to the AB too. Just because I cannot ever, like, when I leave office, they can't come at me 6 years down the line and says, we're this is an IG investigation. We're charging you for not being communicative. Bitch, there's no way. Like, I literally, what was it, Cory? My first 6 months in office, you guys were getting anywhere from 5 to 6 emails a week from me.
I was having to mute you.
See, I mean, you guys, it was stupid. And it's just being CS of an organization that's international with 5,000 plus members, and you have people who didn't vote for you and that still like to bust your chops, and that's also part of the good old boy club that I've been rapidly trying to get rid of. The good old boy club. I am burned out, not gonna lie.
I'll be honest, it sounds like what we go through with the Canadian Federation of Music Teacher Associations. We've got an old guard, and it's a mess. And
they don't even have phasers.
No, but like even our provinces don't talk to each other. Like the Alberta one doesn't talk to BC, doesn't talk to Nova Scotia, and yet we're all supposed to.
Well,
and we've got a huge mess, and now with COVID, now we're all falling. It's all falling apart.
I will say this though, I can attest to this 110%. Nobody that's on my staff on any department, if they are not working, people will tell you I've removed them. I have stepped up into their department and says, hey, but you're done. You're not working. I don't have time for you. I don't give a shit. I was elected to make change, correct change. And that's one thing over several administrations is that they would have people in a position and just have a title and not do the work. Well, no. I cleaned house on day one. I gave people an option. If you're going to work for me, that's great. You're going to work. If not, let me show you the door. And I think there was a rapid, Russell, correct me if I'm wrong, I think there was a rapid change of personnel in almost every department, wasn't there?
I don't know. Not in comms.
Well, no, because comms actually has Jeff Higdon that knows what he's doing. But, I mean, not everybody came back to comms once I transferred, once I won the election.
Oh, see, I didn't. Like I've told you many times, I've been out of the organization. I've jumped back and forth, kind of checked to see if things had been changing.
No, now they can't.
I didn't rejoin until March, so.
Turn the camera off for like 2 seconds.
Hang on 1 second, guys. I got to shut the camera off for a second. What in the fuck is that? Who put Badgie on here?
My Facebook picture was Badgie the last month.
We have no control over that, Steve.
I've never put Badgie, the damn psychotic comm badge that tries to massacre people.
I wear one to work.
If you turn off your video feed, that's on your side. That's not ours. Like,
I was gifted a Badgie, so now I have a Badgie.
Oh, sorry, the wife was dropping her trousers. I should not have turned that camera on.
Well, she was putting her socks
Way to
on
go,
the background
Steve.
before.
Always sure. It was okay, man. It was okay.
Hey,
Ooh, this color makes me look
I
terrible.
got to keep it interesting this house.
Just
A little
not you.
striptease for Starfleet. Why not? Just kidding. Just kidding. Or am I?
I can get
Holy
him
shit,
slapped
he's
so
back.
bad right now. So bad I could get him slapped.
I don't know if
Just
it's
by
going
saying
to
the
work
right
tonight
thing.
because I've been having a little bit of lag tonight.
Oh, you're
the
having lag.
Dustin.
That's what you're saying.
It must be the internet on the West Coast.
I've been checking my connection. I've been running fine.
And Canada has
Up and
cracked the
down
internet.
or
So I have no help.
Hey, we're in southern Georgia, so hey.
Canada actually pays ridiculous internet prices for next to nothing in internet.
Yes.
We have some of the worst.
I'm turning my camera back on.
I think it's internet and cell phones. We're one of the leaders in terms of how much we pay for how little we get.
Well, I have fiber optics, and I love it.
Well, I'm on fiber optic where I am now, but
Wait, they can get fiber optics up that high?
I'm in a brand new subdivision, so
Russell for CS. I don't know if I can get behind that one.
Oh, I can. Absolutely.
Can't. I'm exempt.
Why? Because
I can't meet the requirements.
Why?
Because I'll be 2 months short of 3 years continuous membership at the time of taking office.
Oh, I
cannot run for CS. Well,
you
can't.
Wait. You were a member before. All we have to do. Oh, see. Don't worry.
I will say this. I've already looked at the issue. I've already talked with many people on it. There's been one time where that's been ignored, and it was from Mike Garcia. And how did that turn out? So
well, let's talk about that. You're not Mike Garcia.
I agree, but I'm just saying.
Now, y'all do look a little alike. Y'all look like a distant cousin.
Okay. No.
Motherfucker.
Hey,
sorry, I eat vegetables.
I hate to say it, but depending which state you're from, it's not technically illegal.
What?
Being too closely related.
Oh, that's Kentucky. So
yeah, Kentucky.
Down in Kentucky,
you get a check when you do it.
Yeah,
really?
They marry your sisters down here.
What?
Oh
yeah, you get.
I went to
Iceland.
I went to high school with a guy that married his sister, and had kids that came out like Forrest Gump.
Okay, I do know a guy who accidentally married his sister, but to their credit, they were separated at birth and adopted into different countries. And they met by total fluke, and neither one had any idea that they even had a sibling. It was only when they went for genetic testing because they couldn't have a kid. And then they found out how close they were.
Oh, shit, you nailed that taser up. Yeah.
Wow.
I swear to God,
yes.
I'll beat the living shit out of you.
My money's on her.
No,
I mean, if she's got your taser, my money's on her.
Yeah.
No. She has
I'm
her.
a redhead. Money's on the redhead.
Yeah, always. Always.
I'm a ginger. Ginger.
Ah,
It's a flashlight taser.
only a ginger can call
It's not mine.
You only tase flashlight?
Stop. Bitch, I'll shoot you with a damn 9mm. We'll see who hurts more.
I'm about to say, either she could make it hurt more. All she needs is a water gun. Just saying.
Steve, we heard you have a 9mm, all right?
Mm-hmm.
Amber, aim for his nipples.
No.
It's called piercing.
Pain.
Children.
Who said children? That must be the old man named Cory.
This is after dark. There's no children.
Okay, I have to take issue with that one. Cory being called the old man. I've got to feel that I'm the old man in this.
I will whoop your ass.
How old are you?
Well, Daisy, that's right.
Raise him.
I'm of the opinion that I'm probably one of the youngest ones in here.
Amber, Tim says chase him.
Hey, Tim, you'll never, ever see your flag promotion. I promise you.
Well, Steve only has one term. He just confirmed that. So
Tim can wait till next term. That's okay.
Oh, I'll make sure, because somebody that's actually running has asked me if I would sit on his EC. It doesn't say I was actually going to be CS, but did not say I wouldn't sit on an EC for the new person running. I've actually been asked by 2 people to sit on the EC. Bitch, you're gonna die. You chase me.
They must be desperate.
And answer to that other question. I was married. Just to give you an idea, I was married in '85.
I was born in '85.
I was born in '85 too.
So was my husband.
85.
See,
I was born in '84.
He's old.
there you go.
So I think I'm the second oldest.
I was born in 90.
Darryl, what year were you born, Darryl?
I was born in '65.
Cory, what year were you born?
67.
Russell?
Okay, third.
There
I
you
forgot
go.
about Cory. I always think Corey's younger than he is.
So Evie, what year were you born?
I'm 1985.
Oh, okay.
Wow.
Yeah, so she's the youngest.
In March.
Oh no, Evie, what month?
March.
Okay, you are the youngest because I'm September '85.
Eve, I was married a month. I was married a month.
You would
before
be younger.
You are younger. September is after March. You're younger.
Yeah, you can be younger. My birthday's a bad day, so.
Bitch, you got me. Oh,
Hey,
hell.
somebody record that video in the
Russell, take me
background.
off
We might
camera.
need it.
Actually, funny enough, where I work, both my bosses are the same age as me. Me and my bosses are literally 4 hours apart.
Was she wearing mesh, or was that just like a pajama pants that had like that look to it?
I think she's wearing plaid pajama pants.
Okay.
I was born 9/11, so you can win, Evie.
I remember being on ship when 9/11 happened. That was a lot of fun. Not.
Yeah.
I was born in 77.
I was skipping school on 9/11.
Watching
born in
DS9. I forgot how much I
1977.
love this show.
Nice, Justin. So I'm the 4th oldest.
Oh, Justin's back.
And
And
I'm
mind you, age doesn't
Sorry.
mean wisdom. I didn't say that, but okay.
I think Steve has regained the taser.
Oh my.
You're
Well,
muted.
he should be smart enough to put it
Did you
away where it
hurt him
belongs.
badly?
Now you're unmuted.
Steve 0, Amber 2.
See, she's a redhead, and her name is Amber. 2 reasons I can't bet
It's
against.
okay. I'm bringing my taser home tomorrow. Oh, bitch, gonna ride the lightning now.
I never bet against an Amber because my best friend is an Amber.
Pretty
I-
sad that Steve's calling
You got me twice.
lightning his taser.
I'm trying to grab something.
he must like it. He's still there.
Oh shit! Hold
A
on.
little bit down.
Voice contact.
Well, I changed my display.
Compliance control.
Oh, give me a second. Wait a second.
Oh, you dicks.
There we go. Kind of. Put it the other side of your screen, Tim. There. Nope, the other way. No, closer to the edge. No. There you go. Lift yours up, Justin.
Dick.
Just wait. We're waiting for Cory. We're waiting for Cory.
Just for you, Steve. Just for you.
Yeah, y'all can eat a bag of something. Chuck E. Cheese time. Thanks a lot, Darryl.
I remember when going to Chuck E. Cheese was awesome.
Okay.
Exactly. I just think they need to go to the ball pit.
Do they actually still have Chuck E. Cheese's down there?
Yeah, they've got one. They've got one here in our hometown.
They do, but they don't have ball pits anymore.
Yeah.
Chuck E. Cheese is gross.
I thought it was gross.
It always was.
Because I only see the only one I've ever been in was in Washington D.C. It was around Washington D.C. area. I went to one, but
Chantilly, Centerville, maybe.
Stop.
It might have been Chantilly. I was 18 at the time. It was a grad trip that me and
Shane Russell. I did not get your text message.
Gotcha.
But we were staying in Fairfax County, so
yeah. There's two out that direction. At least there used to be.
Yeah, this was in 2003, so God knows now.
Yeah.
But
scary stuff. That the highlight is Chuck E. Cheese.
Millennial, it's what we had.
Hey,
whatever. Not all. I went to Cancun.
Only because you were in the Navy.
There is a strip club over
No,
there.
in high school.
So I don't wrestle.
I went to
didn't even
Cancun
get
in high school.
Okay, so I'm going to go through.
So some of these people added me on Facebook.
This is Justin. He probably did add you on Facebook because he's a stalker. Everybody knows Russell, even though he's shoving his mouth full of
a marshmallow.
Marshmallow.
Yeah, white and creamy. That's what he's good at.
A marshmallow.
This is the asshole of the group, always. Let's see. This is another asshole. It's okay.
How's this going to go?
This young lady is new, so I have nothing negative to say about her.
Yeah.
This gentleman's new. If I have any problems with him, I'll just call Linda. I've got her on speed dial.
Bingo.
Okay, Daryl's been in the organization
as
a long while. I remember those polos.
No, Anthony and Richard are watching from my crew, and they're sitting there probably going, "What? Eve hasn't given you something awful about her yet?"
Oh no! Give me
who
time.
was I supposed to have been stalking there, Stephen?
I don't know.
Steve's wife.
So
when
I put it out there that I got married, literally we were sitting in there watching TV, and my wife's phone starts going ding, 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 and like 80 people from Starfleet added her.
Mm-hmm.
And she's looking at me. She's like, "What the fuck have I got myself into?" I said, "Look, you can add them, don't add them. It's whatever you want to do." Like somebody sent her a message saying, "You're the first lady of the fleet. Nice to see you or meet you or something." Like that. I'm like, "Really? Delete." And she's like, "Goodbye, stalker." I'm waiting for the Catmandu, Mr. Jason Tyranny, to add her and tell that'll go over like a lead bomb.
Hey, Steve, thanks for giving Linda an attaboy there. She's been doing an amazing job over in Region 1 for a long time.
Oh, absolutely. Linda's she's been in Region 1 for what, 20 plus years?
No, 35 plus years.
Yeah.
She started in 83 and has not, to her credit, has not been late on a single monthly report.
Nope.
In all those times. Not once.
Nope, not one time. And she's a good lady. And hopefully once COVID's done, I plan on making a surprise down there when you guys have a Heimdall visit or event before she steps down and retires as CO. I want to be down there once. So
absolutely. You should join us for paintball sometimes. We still do paintball even now.
You don't want to paintball against a fat redneck from Kentucky because we take shit personal. I'm just saying. I don't know why you're laughing. I don't know why you're laughing, Evie. I'm the fat redneck from Kentucky. I was talking about myself.
That's why I'm laughing.
Steve, I'll just put marbles in my feed.
Dude, it's why I'm laughing.
Just freeze that shit. It hurts.
No, marbles are funnier.
Jeffrey Higgin?
Yeah.
It's Jeff from Rockford, Illinois.
Actually put glue in
the nerds.
Who's my boss?
Yeah, he's Russell's boss. So let's talk about that. Okay.
So
people that work under EC members, if you have a problem and you're bitching, remember, yes, you work for that person, but at the end of the day, everybody works for me. So if I send out a directive, it comes from the top person, means it supersedes whatever your supervisor says. Just want to throw that out there. Okay. Because I had some people, I sent out something yesterday to one of the staff members under one of the other EC, and was it comms? They're like, well, I need to clear this through my supervisor. And I sent back and said, you do realize your supervisor works for me, and I could terminate his ass without any notice at all. I'd be like, goodbye. And I'll put an asshole in place. I'll put Tim Johns in place. Oh, yeah, buddy boy. You think? Who, Tim? Probably.
I'm just waiting for me to be put shanghaied into something that I didn't know about.
Darryl's like, I vote for the redhead. Look,
I agree.
That's second, third.
Anyways,
she thinks she's the boss.
I am the boss.
Yeah. Actually, she kind of looks like Mary Wiseman from here.
Oh, nicely done.
No, she does.
Darryl, are you going to the Region 1 Summit? Are you guys going to try?
Unfortunately, no. I'm not going to be able to travel at that time.
Is there anybody from the Heimdall coming?
I'm pretty sure I've heard at least 3 people that were, but I can't speak for them.
Unless I physically see them on there and know their name, I'm not adding them.
Yeah. So I plan on going to that. I don't know if my wife wants to go because she's not too keen on this nerd event, seeing people walk around in uniforms, and she's like, "You guys have head issues." That's what it is.
I've never said that.
Smart.
But
like my husband.
But,
yeah. So my aide de camp, Antonio DeAngelis, is going to be driving through, and I may ride down with him, or he's got a huge motorhome. So I don't know what we're going to do just yet, but I'm planning on going. If my wife would go, that'd be great. But I have a feeling she's going to be she's going to be drinking in her hotel room, not wanting to see all the nerds walking around. Some of the time, last time I went to a Region 1 or summit.
As long as people don't touch me, I'm good.
Like, they had people walking around with tricorders and pointed ears. I'm like, ew. Like, ooh, it really shows we're nerds.
If she gets the opportunity to meet Willie Smith, it's worth it. It's okay.
Oh, yeah. Willie's a good
guy. You, as long as nobody touches me.
Oh, everybody's going to come up and give you hugs, especially Kim. Kim is a big hugger.
I talk to Kim like,
come here.
Yeah. Kim is a big hugger.
I'm talking
We'd rather meet Amber than Steve anyway, so.
Kevin Plummer, my Chief of Operations and Chief of Staff of Starfleet International, the Region 1 Summit in Pigeon Forge.
When is it?
May.
I thought that's what we was going to anyways.
Yeah, if you're going to go. And then we have the one down in Tallahassee.
Why would you ask me if I'm going to go and then tell me I'm going?
Because you make fun of me in my nerd costumes with my nerd brigade.
I've never seen you in your nerd costume.
Lying motherfucker. Hey, Russell, can you find a picture of me in uniform?
Oh, she's seen them. She hasn't seen you in uniform, is what she's saying.
Yes.
Well said, Jeremy.
She's seen pictures of you, but not you in person with it. I think it's what she's saying. Correct me if I'm wrong.
Time for the SFI fashion show.
Sorry to hear that, Jason.
Kevin, come on down. It'd be a pleasure to actually share a drink with a good friend.
Where is?
Hey, somebody still owes me a bottle of whiskey.
Well, I'll tell you what. When you bring your ass from the West Coast, I will get you a bottle of Kentucky whiskey.
I get some good old.
As long as it's old number 7.
Hey, Justin, it doesn't matter. As long as you can get past Fresno, you're good. If you can make it past Fresno.
He can't come out here because he'll have to get permission from his wife to come play.
True.
Yeah.
True.
See, I don't. You know why? Because I'm the boss.
Some of that.
I'm going to stab this bitch. I'm going to stab her.
No, you won't.
Careful. What goes around comes around, dude.
Yeah, that's right. She got me twice with a taser. I can't wait for you to go to bed. I'm just saying.
Goes around, comes around, and if you're really good, karma lets you watch.
That's right. Just turn around. I can just hear Amber saying, "It's okay. You're right. But why don't you just go to sleep?"
Said I like it, so go ahead. It's just gonna get you in more trouble.
Oh no, I'm gonna drench you in water and I'm gonna tase you. Why? I'm gonna electrocute your ass.
That's really bad idea. Just saying. really bad idea. Electrician here.
I've seen a taser.
Fireman here. I know what that causes. I can go get my AED out of the car. The trunk of the car. I'll shock the bitch back to life.
Please don't. Just let it go.
Oh no! I'm going to shock you, bring you back, tase you, send you away, shock you, bring you back. Oh hell yeah!
Just let it ride.
I'll have you drilling cream of wheat out your mouth.
This is going out on live broadcast. Love it.
Well, guess what? This is Trek After Dark. This is my segment. And if people don't like it, they should click off. You know why? Because we have 25 people watching. It's been steady, 25 people. You know why? Because people are stuck inside. There's nothing on TV. There's nothing on cable. What do? They come to see me make a fool of myself. Why? I don't care. It's all fun.
But the question
next thing we know, you're going to be getting a knock at the door going, we're getting reports that you're threatening your wife.
Yeah.
We have to have
my shit. Hey, wait, hang on. Hand me my portable radio. I'll call dispatch myself.
I think Amber's probably saving a copy of this.
But
for
hey,
the middle hearing.
If you want to send the First Lady of Starfleet an email, shall I? Because I'll have them blow your shit up. You think mine blows up all right? You can send it to Amber. Listen here, Russell.
AmberParmley@gmail.com.
AmberParmley@gmail.com, the First Lady of the Fleet.
Wrong. Hey, babe. That's not the right email.
It can't be. She went out and made an email like the last 2 weeks.
Amber Throgmorton.
Nope.
It's probably not that either, yeah.
I don't care. Just send her a message on Facebook and say, "Hi, your husband sent you." Hey, everybody watching, you go back to your chapters, you go back to your members, go back to your brigades, go back to your unit. You tell them to add my wife. Send her a message and saying, "Live long and prosper," just so she can see that we can really be united and annoying.
Oh, Lord.
Block.
Oh, that note. Ah, motherfucker, now you take me again. I'm going to whoop your ass.
I ran interference. Hey.
Oh, put that down.
Yeah. Oh, good God.
I never have to worry. My Facebook is self-filtering because my sense of humor does not appeal to most. So,
hey, isn't that a data protection breach?
Yeah, actually, it is in Canada, by the way. I don't know about the US, but in Canada, that is actually a privacy breach. So, you know.
Not currently in the United States. Yeah, I was going to say some places in the United States it does, but not.
Well, the reason why I say I never know with the States is because, and this is not to be rude, but the States actually has some of the weakest data and privacy laws in the world. Canada's were the strictest until the new ones out of Europe. So
yeah,
that's why I don't always.
He's waving at you on camera like, "Yeah, hi, bitch, I added you." Keep it up, guys. We've got 2. Keep adding.
Yeah, but technically they're 2 from the show.
I don't care.
Yeah, you can see them sitting there texting.
And she sends Tim Johns a message, "Bitch."
Hold on. No.
Oh God, he's gonna make a new one.
Afghanistan. That was an answer to Nick.
Uh-oh.
Bitch number 2. Oh, there's another one.
Look, and proud. Look. See, my streams can be fun.
I make a habit of being a bad guy in wrestling. That doesn't bother me.
Ladies and gentlemen, I would like to.
You weren't a bad guy. You were a heel.
Darryl Millner, I do appreciate you coming on from the Hivendale and representing your chapter tonight, representing Region 1. Thank you for coming on, and I hope to have you back again because you definitely got the same sense of humor as some of these other adults I have on this show. So welcome back anytime, and give my best to Linda and Willie.
Absolutely.
And we'll send you more post-its.
Yes. Take care, man.
Have a good night.
Bye.
So it's like starting with text cards, and he's got digital, and the other guys got posters. We're all having all kinds of signs coming out here.
So can I share a Star Trek project with you guys since I'm one of the people?
Absolutely, because
I've been kind of hesitant to do this because I don't want to look like I'm self-promoting myself. But
go ahead.
My chapter knows I've been up to this. Okay, so most of you already know I'm a musician, among other things, and I get to do transcribing and arranging of popular music for an online publishing house. So basically, I listen to the tracks, and then I have to write down what I hear and then make it work for different instruments. And my the publisher I published through just recently got an interesting catalog last year of copyrights. And so I'm going to hold it up. I don't know how I see it, but
oh, nice.
I actually get paid royalties now to arrange and transcribe the Star Trek soundtracks.
Sweet.
And the first one that sold, like I only have 2 of them done, but and they're for multiple like instruments. But the first one that sold was Deep Space Nine, and it sold in Calgary.
Nice.
So I've been kind of working on that side project for a little bit and just using my chapter as beta listeners. So anytime you want to know anything about the music of Star Trek, right here, I could tell you just about anything.
Then you need to get a hold of a member of the USS Essex. His name is Dan Leckie, L-E-C-K-E. He has a Facebook group for music of Star Trek.
Which group is it? I might be in it.
Half a minute.
You got to forgive Justin because he is extremely slow in his old age. It'll take him a few minutes. It's just like, he's got to pop that pill, so it takes him a few minutes to get going. It's okay.
Like my husband, I get it.
Just like my husband, I get it. I
love Star Trek music.
Oh.
Don't laugh, Russell. You were just swallowing a white thing over there and look creamy.
Oh, my husband's probably upstairs eavesdropping and laughing his ass off.
Yeah, Amber said that it's like drooling down your chin. You look happy about it.
His last name is spelled L-E-C-K-I-E. I forgot the I.
L-E-C-K-I-E.
Oh my God.
What?
The Nerf guns.
What's his first name?
Dan.
Yeah.
Dan Leckie.
I'm a little bit deaf after work, unfortunately, because Thursday is new merchandise day, and the guys decided that we needed to listen to, I don't know what it was, music for an hour at full blast.
I just sent you an invite from the group page.
Don't worry too much until you have Tuba Tuesday.
Feel what?
Till you have Tuba Tuesday. All tubas 25% off.
We don't. Our store doesn't have a lot of those going out right now because school bands are not happening, so it doesn't matter.
Oh, that's true.
And in Canada, you're not allowed to teach woodwinds. You're only allowed to teach woodwinds online right now. Teaching them in person is not allowed. But no, Thursday is the day all the new equipment comes in, which is fun because then I get to look at it first. But today they decided, because the store was quiet, to test out some new speakers, and these speakers are about 6 feet tall. And they didn't realize that one of them had turned the volume up as a prank, and they just about blew the windows out.
Nice.
They actually made all the drums shake.
Alvin, I should be making that announcement Thursday or Friday of next week. I'll be off the next 4 days, Wednesday through Saturday. I've got my 9-year-old Fiona will be down here starting tomorrow and be here until next Saturday. So I will be making that announcement Wednesday or Thursday. Actually, I'll probably bring her on the stream, and I'll let her make that announcement. The captain, of course.
Apparently, somebody on my crew just said that someone in the questions was asking how many instruments I play or what I play. So piano, guitar, ukulele, bass, flute, piccolo, all 4 saxophones, all 3 recorders, clarinet, bass clarinet, alto, flute, ocarina, zither, drums, and I'm learning harmonica.
No bagpipes and droner?
I got told if I bring home a bagpipes, I'm going to be divorced.
I mean, if you could play the recorders, you probably could actually play a bagpipe pretty well.
Well, here's the trick about recorders. Recorders do sound nice, but they have to be genuine wooden recorders played by a trained person, because recorders are about the oldest instrument we have. That's what medieval music was written with. That's why it's called a recorder, because it was all they had to record the music down at the time.
Okay.
They're actually
When did
really
the tin whistle come around?
Yeah, but the cheap plastic ones played by a 7-year-old is just
Yeah.
amazing.
I know, but they have to do that because have you ever seen what a 7-year-old does to an instrument?
Can't read those stupid.
My daughter didn't. She plays cello, but
I cry because woodwinds is my specialty. I cry when the band instruments come in for servicing every year, and I see like trumpets that look like an elephant sat on it, tubas with rotten food, and I'm like, what are these kids doing?
That's crazy.
Eating lunch, then going to band class.
Well, we had an alto flute came back in, and an alto flute's about yay big around, and somebody had gone and shoved a timbit, which is like our donut holes, had gone and shoved a timbit halfway up it. And we spent me and a technician must have spent a good 30 minutes trying to figure out how to get this stupid thing out.
Well, on that note.
Should I take more pain medicine or should I make you suffer tonight?
Because if you start moaning and groaning, I'll just go to my recliner.
You figure if I was moaning and groaning, you'd be helping me.
Yeah, well, not when your back is like that and you, and I roll over and smack you in the back in the middle of the night. I don't want to hear it.
To Mike Watkins, who just wrote guitar, he plays guitar, harmonica, mandolin, Irish bouzouki, Middle Eastern music with food. You would be a person I would like to talk to probably because you would actually understand then the scale structure of maqams and how Middle Eastern and Persian music is actually constructed. And I have nobody to discuss that with. Nobody here knows.
Mike's kind of a little bit of a polyglot. So
when it comes to music, I am too because I deal with so many immigrants and I deal with special needs. So I know how to read different forms of notation and stuff. And dealing with immigrants, I've tried to learn a lot of the music from around the world. So where I work, I'm one of the few who actually does know how to work with Middle Eastern music and does know how to work with Indian raga, which is as in India. But nobody I know ever seems to have that knowledge. So I'm like, I feel all alone.
Maybe if I throw them over there, they won't eventually land back over by the door, so I trip over them in the middle of the night.
Okay, that's funny. Somebody just wrote that of all the shit on the show, the egregious violations of musical instrument is what makes people silent.
Yes, because it is egregious. And it's a terrible heresy.
It's disgusting. Like I'm shocked at how people treat instruments and then like there's one of my friends on my wants to get his hands on my amplifier because I inherited an amplifier and people ask me why I put this money into repairing this amplifier because it's from the 1970s. Well, the reason I repaired the amplifier, I put the money into it because it was in good condition. It just needed a few things repaired from age. And so because I inherited it from my grandfather. But the thing is, when I took a photo of it into my work to talk to the guys about who could repair a vintage tube amp. And the guys told me right away, they're like, don't sell that thing. Where'd you get it? And I said, I inherited it. And they're like, yeah, don't take any offers for it. And when I put a picture of it on Facebook, I had people going, I'll give you $4 or $5 grand for this amp. And I'm like, no, it's not for sale. And I'm going to put my $500 in and I'm going to fix it. And now I've got this beautiful amp for my bass.
I didn't have no fucking clothes on.
I mean, musical instruments last forever if you take care of them. They're not like cars where they fall apart.
What brand amp?
It's a Fender Bassman 10, circa 1972. Mint.
All right, Justin, keep your hormones in check. Don't be beating your meat on the show.
We have a bassist on our crew who's waiting for COVID to be over so he can, spend a night in the spare room with my bass amp. Because he's a bassist.
Nice. I started trying to take guitar classes, and I got so frustrated because I couldn't get the switching the notes, and I quit the class because it was.
Have a good night, Caesar.
It takes a lot to get used to doing the switches, and I mean, it also depends on hands. Like I have one guitar student, he's got fingers the size of sausages, so for him, just trying not to touch the other strings is a challenge. Like
and that's part of my issue as well.
Yeah, guitar, ukulele, and bass, I find are really dependent on your fingers and your hands as to how well they work. Like more so than instruments.
My wife was sitting here trying to do the Vulcan salute, And she's like, "Oh, I can feel my IQ drop 15 points."
Sorry.
But ladies and gentlemen, unfortunately, with me having to work tomorrow, and I have a long shift tomorrow since tomorrow's my day off and I have to work, I'm going to call it at 1 hour and 15 minutes tonight. I do apologize. I will owe you guys a long after dark. We'll make sure. Tonight we were joined with Lieutenant Commander Eve Zellick of the USS Chinook, Colonel Tim Johns, DOIC of the 213th MSG USS Unimac, MSG, MSC, MSE, Cory Grant, Regional Coordinator R15, XO of the USS Doran, and overall pain in my grits. Captain Judson Fitzik, Associate Producer of the After Dark, and always does a wonderful job. And of course, the fellow Executive Producer, Commander Russell Camp. Thank you for all the hard work you guys are doing. Thank you all for coming on. Hope everybody has a blessed night. Stay healthy, stay safe. And as always, live long and prosper.
Live long and prosper.